And the theme of the day is what the world needs now. Now this theme is actually inspired by a song. What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Says here in the Passion, quote, what the world needs now is not love, it's courage.
Now let's move on to the second speaker. Our second speaker will speak from the Motivational Strategies Manual. But before I call him, I would like to call his evaluator. His evaluator is a teacher by profession. She has been a member since 2020, and she has taken so many different roles. And of course, she's our representative to the division table topics competition. When I asked her about what the world needs now, she said, the world needs love and kindness. So here to read the objectives of the speech, please welcome Toastmaster Felicia.
Thank you, Timothy. The purpose of Toastmasters speech is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of the speech is for the member to demonstrate the ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech, evaluation speech. Toastmaster Yusuf is doing motivational strategy level 1, project 4, and his title is Becoming My Own Therapist, and his speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Can the timer please explain the timing rules?
Toastmaster Yusuf, your speech is supposed to not exceed 7 minutes 30 seconds, of which you will have a minimum of 5 minutes, where I will show you the green light. 1 minute later at 6 minutes the yellow one, and at 7 minutes the red light, after which you will have 30 seconds grace.
Thank you, Mr. Timer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is a human being who wants to heal himself in order to be satisfied. He works as an English teacher by profession, and he is a continuous learner and loves to explore himself. Please welcome, to give us a speech entitled Becoming My Own Therapist. Please welcome on stage Toastmaster Yusuf.
Louis Hay said, I am my best friend. Other friends may come and go, but I will always be here for you. And to practice self-compassion, I truly believe in this quote. And I apply it every day in my life as much as I can. Because now I do believe in myself. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and our guests, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
In the summer of 2022, I was feeling down after feeling very good for almost a year. 2 years actually. I was manipulated by someone in a teaching institution, and he made me leave my job because he told me that my bosses were bad people. He was a communist. He was a really bad person in my eyes. And until now, I'm affected by what he did to me. However, at that time, yes, I was confused, and yes, I was hurt so much. However, I decided to do something for myself. At that time, I went to many therapists, and I had so many life coaches in my life. They all helped me so much, and I'm so grateful for every single one of them. However, there was something missing. And I thought to myself, I need to solve my own problems by myself. And so my journey to become my own therapist began. At that time, I had so much confusion in my head. I had no idea what to do in my life at this moment. Because I had a good job, I thought I was doing well, but then I stopped. So this incident stopped me at my tracks completely. And then I told myself, okay, if I have so many negative feelings, I just have to let them all out. And so I took a pen and a notebook and I began to write. I wrote and I vented for about 8 pages, just cursing at every single person who hurt me in my life. Because I just had to let it out. Because I'm the type of person who keeps things in and just doesn't say them. You know? This passive person I used to be. And then, after that venting, I felt good. But then I felt really good. Then I felt great. And then somehow, I don't know what happened, but I began to shake so hard. Just shaking. Out of nowhere. And then I realized, okay, I was like, what was happening to me? I was very confused. And then I lay down in bed and I just spent about 5 minutes just shaking in bed. And then it stopped. And then it stiffened just like a block. And then I cried my eyes out. Because I realized at that moment that I was healing. That something good was happening to me since a very long time. It never happened to me. And I learned recently that this is called purging. And that was the first one. The first purging I had in my life. And since then, I've been looking for the opportunities for this to happen again and again and again because it felt really, really good. And it felt like the right thing to do. And so I watched many videos as I started my journey to heal myself by myself. I watched many videos, and there was this interview with a cognitive neuroscientist called Caroline Leaf, where she talked about how to heal completely, and I highly recommend this video to every one of you. She said in the video that there's no such thing as a chemical imbalance in the brain. You hear doctors say all the time, there's a chemical imbalance, there's no hope, you're always going to be depressed. But she said, no, that's not true. It's actually something that's in the nerves. It is not in the brain. And I realized, wow, I can heal completely from my depression and anxiety. And then another discovery happened. At that time, a purging just happened right after the video, watching the video. And then another time, I had a book called, I downloaded a book called Self-Therapy. This book really helped me as well. It says something that really made me so happy to be alive. And made me just, wow, this is what I always thought in my head since I was a kid even. It said that every human being has something in his or her core that is never touched by trauma. Never touched by trauma. Something so pure, full of compassion, and full of just purity, that is just healing. This is the essence of healing, and we can all tap into this thing inside us that is so full of compassion and healing. And we can heal ourselves by ourselves. And when I read this sentence, I purged once again. And this purging happened once again and again and again. And it's still happening right now in many different forms, actually. And I'm so grateful for this. My fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, life will throw curveballs at you. And I missed the curveball. Sorry about that. Okay, let me go. Life will throw curveballs at you. But you gotta do it. and you've got to be ready. And as Shakespeare once said, the readiness is all. And for me to be ready, and for every one of you to be ready, I truly believe that we should always be our own best friends, best coaches, best therapists, and just be there for ourselves when we truly, truly need it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters. I need another drink. So I would like to give another minute for you to write your suggestions, your comments, whatever you want to write to Toastmasters.
Now I'd like to call upon Toastmasters Leader, who will be evaluating to use the stage. Thank you. I love your speech. Becoming my own therapist. Wow, it really piqued my interest because I feel like, sometimes I feel like I should go for some therapy. But you say becoming my own therapist, and I was really intrigued as to what is this guy going to tell me now? You opened with a quote that was related to your story. And you spoke about your own life. I could feel you exuding that kind of energy the way you felt back then. When you said that it still affects you today. And I could feel that. You made use of body language. You made use of your hands and moving on stage from this side to that side to the center. That was good. Your voice was clear. You also made eye contact. And you gave us pauses. You gave pauses for us to absorb the information that you were telling us, which was good. Because I could actually reflect on what you were saying. At the end of you opened the quote, right? And then you took us on this little journey as to what happened. I would have wanted some more details. What actually happened? How did this guy manipulate you into, giving up your job? And tell me, I wanted to know more. Like, give me more. And then towards the end, which for me was like the icing on the cake, was you gave recommendations as to how do you work towards the goals. Remember, this is just some feedback. That's just my opinion. It's not set in stone. I'll just give you some recommendations because I know I could improve my speaking, my body language, all those things. So this is just what I saw. When we speak, right, a lot of your body language was here. Clasping your hands and people. I'm not sure if it's because of nervousness to do this. Right, when you speak, if I open up my arms, I can go from here to there, I can express myself, right? It's more and I can, And also, like I said, you use the stage well. It's not in the same place. So I remember just looking at you like just facing this way. And then eventually, okay, you came over here, and then I was just facing this way like the whole time. So if you could when you speak, just a few seconds, be here, and then you take us on this journey, and you stand here, right? Okay. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your speech. It was somewhere, someone, I need to hear your speech. Some of us need to hear your speech. Right? We need to hear something like that. Appreciate listening to all of your speeches. If you can please add on to the speech, I would appreciate that.
Toastmasters and kids. I am very compassionate today. That is why I took this special ink pen with an eraser. Erase some of those filler words. But I have to applaud everyone. The meeting did not have so many words. Just a few. Sometimes we do not take note of it. But I want to encourage you that when you listen to other speakers, try to train your brain to start listening. Many times we listen to a speaker even at work, and they're using those and invite them to a Toastmaster meeting. So I will start with our members. Toastmaster Fozia had an two so's. Toastmaster Colin, two so's. Toastmaster Christy, only two ums and two ers. Well done. Vanilla, one and then our guests. Wow. There we go. Kirsten had one and a but. And then she correctly had two ums, three ers. So that is a very brief report from us.
What else can I say? Again, a warm welcome. Like, it does not matter whether I'm a first timer or a 10th, 11th permanent member, but just receiving that warm welcome, that smile, that genuine interest.
even though there were amendments to the agenda, the preparation of the meeting went very well. The roles that each and every player had, they did very well. Members played the roles well, they explained the roles, so even if I had to be a guest, I would be able to follow along and understand, okay, this is your part, I understand, with clear explanations, and they did it very well. Then I would like to say, or continue with the table topics. That was, I enjoyed that section, especially with the rows and the number and the questions on how you went about doing the table topics. Again, circling back to what I said at the beginning, we create such a warm and comfortable environment that our guests, they felt comfortable enough to come up on stage and give it a go. And that's again just that special touch of Mangaf Communicators. So well done with that in that regard. Then, Team Colin, I must say that the added evaluation after the table topics, I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was sort of like a mini workshop, but just that it just gives you insight, and again I was able to grow and develop all the knowledge that you're sharing with us. So I really do. I want to encourage you to have more of like a full-on workshop in a table topic segment, because I know for sure that I struggle with that part of that segment of the meeting. So yes, it was very informative, and I'm pretty sure that each and every one of us will be able to take something away from that evaluation. Then, of course, with every meeting, there's always room for improvement. So for the next part, I would like to say my recommendations, or just like to point out certain areas that I feel like we could work on. First of all, I would like to encourage the TMOD to introduce the general evaluator when you're introducing the key role players at the beginning of the meeting. Also introduce the general evaluator so that for the benefit of the guests, so they're also aware, okay, this is the role of the general evaluator, and not wait till after the speakers, the second segment of our meeting. Then I think that maybe some music would be nice.
We had some.
You had? Okay, my bad. Because when I entered, I'm like, it's a bit quiet, I would love to hear some music. But okay, that's my bad. Let's see. I also noticed that not all members wear their name tags. I think it will benefit everyone if we could be clearly identified as members of Mangaf Communicators for the benefit of the guests as well. And then, yes, with that, in that same sentence, maybe we could give the guests also, so that we can see their names clear, because I know I struggle with, oh my God, it's really embarrassing that I do struggle with names especially. It takes me a very long time to get the names of my students, and I have to repeat it and say their names so many times and using in sentences just to help me remember their names. So I think that it would benefit each and every one of us to wear our name tag with our names clearly on a display. Then let's see, I think that's about it. Overall, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting, and I really encourage everyone to continue with it, like bringing new members. And that's it for me. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Bernilia. That's a struggling names, by the way, for that wonderful evaluation session. Now, before I hand over the control of the stage to our president, let me come up with my parting words. February is the month of love, and 4 days from now is going to be Valentine's Day. So good luck to those who have lovers. Even if it's the month of love, let's remember that the world needs not only love but many other things. Compassion, good governance, and so many other things. Let's do our part to act and help. And with that note, I would like to call the president of
Before I announce the winners, can we just have some feedback from our guests, please? What did you think of a meeting, I might be seeing you again. Toastmasters, no, sorry.
Do my people see?
Yeah.
I enjoy every moment that I am here. I actually enjoyed the mini workshop that I did quite consider. I actually said I am that person that is very nervous to go on stage because I need to think on my feet. But thank you. I won't cry.
Madam Salazar.
Okay, just like 2 weeks ago, I found smiles that's very warming for the heart. So it was a very good moment, and I'm thinking about being a man.
Mr. Tristan, please give us some feedback. What do you think? Please.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself. For me, I felt Lucia and really carried over that. I'm living my dream because Toastmasters is something that I've always wanted to join. Since I was in South Africa, I was always planning and looking at different kinds of stuff. But I just never got there. And finally, that's when Lucia introduced me and I thought, this is it. I'm taking it to go there. So I'm proud to say that Mangaf is the first Toastmaster club that I feel really proud to be part of.
Our best academic drum roll, please. Toastmaster Natasha. Our best speaker. Yusuf. Our best table talk speaker.